at you from Diamond Bee Farm with another video. Let's talk about why your tomatoes wilt. As I'm walking through the garden this morning and checking our plants, I'm noticing we're having a lot of tomato plants that are wilting. What are some of the reasons why your tomatoes wilt? Well, one, you could be overwatering your tomatoes. If you notice that you have standing water around your tomatoes and you want to try to divert that water somewhere else, that can cause root rot. It can cause your roots to to more or less disintegrate and get mushy. Or you could be underwatering. Underwatering your tomatoes, your tomatoes at least need 2 inches of water a week, whether it be by rainfall or whether it be by you actually watering them. Another cause why your tomato plants may wilt is transplanting. I think these plants right here, because they were new and they've been transplanted, they've gone from a greenhouse to the soil, in which the soil could be, it could have been too cold. It could have been it got too wet too quick. It could have been a number of reasons, but these will need to be pulled up and some more transplants put out. The cause for why your tomatoes could be wilting is called spotted wilt. And you will know this just by how it says, spotted wilt. It will cause your leaves will yellow and you will see brown spots on your leaves. There is no cure for that. The only thing we can do to this plant is pull it up. And whenever you pull these plants up, it's not something that you want to put in your compost, because if this is an infected plant, then you're going to infect your compost, and you don't want to do that. So you just really want to bag this up with the rest of your household trash, because you want it far away from your garden. Another reason why your tomato plants are wilting is you could have a stalk borer or pest. And you will note, you will notice that this one doesn't have one, but they will drill little holes into the stalks. And this, I mean, your transport system that carries the nutrients and the water up your plant, I mean, they tear it all to pieces. Another reason why your tomato plants can wilt, it's called bacterial wilt. What you'll need to see if you have that is you will need a glass of water, some scissors, in which you cut off a wilted leaf like this one. And see on the inside, usually if you put this on the inside of your water and it secretes a milky like substance comes out, then that plant has bacterial wilt. So far I think this one's gonna be good. I don't think this one does. So that means it could be another kind that I hope we don't have, but I'm going to treat it like we do. The most toxic ones, why your tomato plants can be wilting, is called fusodium or versilium. And the fusodium, your leaves will turn yellow, and it's also in the soil. So if you notice this in your container plants, then what you want to do is you want to discard the plant, again, not in your compost, and you want to take that soil out. You want to bleach your container. You want to re-add more soil so that you're ensuring that the fusodium is out. Or you can plant like something else like green beans or flowers or something of that nature in that, but you don't want to plant tomato plants for a couple of years until you know that that has actually died. Vercillium, if it's a vercillium, then you notice this more in the spring and the fall, you know, kind of when you've got plants that are kind of past their production. You'll notice everything's starting to wilt thin. So that's kind of how you can tell those two apart. But if you do have those, I mean, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go change, and all of these that are wilted, I'm pulling up. Because it can spread from plant to plant to plant, and it also can spread to your pepper plants. Notice I've got some pepper plants over here that are wilting. I'm going to pull those up too, because I don't want that to continue and be a epidemic here in the garden. Sometimes these diseases can, a hub of the diseases can be from your greenhouses. Your greenhouses can host all of these, and you can bring them back to your garden. That's just a chance you take. I know some tomato plants that are resistant are like your jet stars, your celebrities, and you will notice this on your tag. Whenever you go to and you buy your plants and they got the tag of what it is, it will either have a V or an F on your tag, and that means that it is that disease resistant. So you'll want to kind of keep that in mind whenever you go purchase plants. I'm going to go change clothes, and I'll be back to dig them up. If you have some, like this one, that has like tomatoes or your fruit on it, the fruit is not bad. It's just really the plant that's bad. So, hey, take those tomatoes off, fry those babies up. Don't waste them. You can see we had a basket full of them. So I'm going to keep an eye on the rest of them, because like I said, it can go from plant to plant to plant, and maybe hopefully we got it in time. We picked up all the fruit, so I guess we will have fried green tomatoes. And don't forget, you can also can green tomatoes, so don't forget that. That's always a good thing to have in the winter. I'm going to take our affected plants, and I'm going to go put them on our burn pile. We just have one where, like scrap brush and stuff like that we burn. I'm going to put this on there, and then I'm going to kind of, because I use a Dollar Tree laundry basket to kind of pick my squash and tomatoes and stuff like that in. I'm going to Clorox it out because I don't want it to go to different plants. And I forgot, I've got some pepper plants over here that I need to pick too. So before I go to the burn pile, let me go get those. Pulling up a jalapeno plant, pick that one off. And then I've got one more. One more. See, you can already tell that the leaves are even falling off of this one. take these to the burn pile. I'm going to get out of Kevin's way because he's fixing to cultivate the garden. And I guess we'll have a fire tonight with fried green tomatoes. So see you on the next one.